Welcome to part 19 of our Pokemon White commentary, where we take on the Electric Gym. How shocking, will we actually win?
Alright, we're gonna restart this restart this episode on account of bad puns. No, because I'm right there with you, man. I'm electrified. So thrilled.
Time to ride the lightning.
Yeah. Technically, because it's a coaster.
I just want to reference more Guilty Gear, dang it. Play it, people, play it. So good. So good. So good. So good.
But one of the things about this gym, since I'm only have my grass starter and the rest are water, this kind of tends to be a bit of a counter.
You have the worst luck. And by luck, I mean, why are you doing all water types?
Because I'm good. Dang it.
It's like deciding, okay, I know I can play this way, or I'm gonna play as Potemkin and be good in my life. Potemkin. It's another Guilty Gear character, if you're wondering.
The more references you make, the less I know. That's exactly
G.I. Joe. No, I can't say G.I. Joe. Guilty Gear. But he's technically the Zangief of the game. Slow, but hits like a ton of bricks and has a lot of command grabs. He's actually kind of good because he has great spacing tools with the fact that most of his attacks hit halfway through the screen.
So tell me, Botta, have you found your Little Mac in that game yet?
Not yet. I'm playing Soul Bad Guy because I kind of know how to play Soul Bad Guy, and I really haven't invested into any of the characters. Soul Bad Guy,
cheat characters,
Potemkin. Originally Sin was, but he's been nerfed due to the fact that at Evo he won the championship, and Dizzy was getting released.
Wait, they nerfed him for winning Evo? Really?
Well, it's kind of like when you see, like, I'm gonna go to Street Fighter. Most of the characters in the finals were Nash.
Yeah, I noticed that. There were a whole lot of Nashes. It was bad. It was Nash for days.
And since the creators were there, like one of the guys, the Guilty Gear guy, I'm gonna refer to him as that, which is the dumbest thing I've ever said. He was there, and he announced that Dizzy was getting released as DLC, as free DLC.
Who's Dizzy?
And in version, another Guilty Gear character.
He's getting released in Street Fighter?
No, she's getting released in she got released in Guilty Gear. Oh. Revelator. That's free DLC. And it was pretty hype.
Of course it's hype. So are they gonna nerf Nash?
They might.
See, and you said that they didn't nerf characters in other games. When I complained about when you complained about how they nerfed people in Smash 4, you're like, yeah, other games they just get over it. No, they're nerfing. They're nerfing. Just wait for them to catch up.
Yeah, but there's a difference between everyone complaining about, oh, this character's so broken, when you start to realize, oh, wait a second, this character only has one thing, and it's literally the worst thing ever.
Yeah,
like, yeah, and you know what I'm gonna say to that? Guess what? She has the worst frames in the game. Her spacing is crap.
She doesn't need spacing or or good frames whenever she's 0 deaths. I mean, it's awful.
Hey, guess what? Are you being baited into that? Oh, that's your fault. She's a bait character. It's like playing Hakumen. If you rush down Bayonetta or Hakumen, yeah, you're gonna get decimated so hard. If you don't, you have the easiest time.
Bayonetta to me felt like a melee character, not a Smash 4 character. Like, honestly, if she was in Melee, she would make a great fit. I feel like she would be great. But at the way she was the only character.
And that's always been my thing about Smash. Like, oh, it's great in this game, but it's not in this game, and it always baffles my mind.
Well, yeah. I mean, honestly, I've mentioned this before. They messed up after.
And I don't even
after
like
Brawl.
Melee. I've already mentioned that. I don't like Melee.
But you've actually mentioned before that you think it's probably the better in terms of entertainment. I've heard you say that before. You can't deny the hype of Melee.
I still prefer Project M, though.
Oh yeah, it's fun. Well, see, I love Project M. It's just the fact that it can't be recognized due to it being a mod. So sad.
Because Project M is literally the best.
Oh, it's amazing,
Because
dude.
I
You
can't
have.
stand Melee.
We're gonna have to do turbo mode sometime, man. Turbo mode in Project M is freaking amazing. Me and Bojangles played that.
Everything is cancelable in freaking turbo mode. You can cancel out of everything.
Mhm.
Like, can I just say that about fighting games? Every fighting game should have a thing where you can cancel out of stuff.
Yeah, it's literally like if you're playing Ganondorf, imagine this. You get the up B on somebody. You cancel that up B immediately into a down B. You're holding them, and all of a sudden they get spiked by your kick. And then once the kick hits and it spikes them, you just immediately jump, and you're okay.
Like, even if it's just a game mode, you should at least have a mode or a mechanic where you can cancel out of moves. Because I'm going to go back to Guilty Gear again. Guilty Gear has what is known as Roman cancels. And if you can use 50% of your bar.
Roman
cancels, yeah, that's what they're called.
Like from Rome.
Yes. Roman cancel. Here's what you can do. You can Roman cancel. If you just hit the button to Roman cancel, you get a gold burst, which slows down time and allows you to think about what you want to do. If you Roman cancel during an attack, you get a red Roman cancel, which allows you to continue a combo. So if say I'm playing Soul Bad Guy, I do Ground Viper and hit with most of Ground Viper, and then Roman cancel. I can do a bit of an aerial combo and then hit with the regular Viper, which is a anti-air. And if I have enough bar to do it again, I can cancel out of that, do it again, and then hit with the knockdown version of that attack. And then you have purple Roman cancels, which you can use it if you throw out a projectile, and if you utterly whiff, you can Roman cancel, it slows down time, and you can do whatever and get yourself resituated.
So what about the Trojans?
We don't mention the Trojans.
But they have a horse.
Yeah, that's why we don't talk about them. But Roman cancel is so fun.
See,
especially when you can get really long combos.
That's what technical gameplay is. That's what wave dashing enables in Melee. Elongated combos. And it makes the game so much better for it.
And Fox did us.
So what is it, all Soul Bad Guy? Regular stage?
Well, you have to remember it's a fighting game, so there's no stage hazards or whatever.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And I only mentioned Soul Bad Guy because I play Soul Bad Guy.
Who's the best at current?
The best before version 1.10 was Sin. Now I don't know. It might be Dizzy because she's new.
Yeah, keep her buff so people like her, then all of a sudden nerf her. Oh wait, no, she's free DLC. Never mind.
She's free DLC.
In my mind, I had it the route going like, oh, we're going to get people attracted to this character so they'll buy her, and then we're going to, bring it back down to standard.
And even then, when you nerf someone in a fighting game, they still have a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah. Any character can be used. Unless
Unlike
they're overpowered, then they can't be used.
This isn't Super Turbo Akuma.
What?
Bayonetta was not Super Turbo Akuma.
Neither was Meta Knight, but Meta Knight got banned.
Meta Knight dictated in the whole entire game. Like, you can't use the Meta Knight because Brawl and Smash 4 play completely differently. And Meta Knight dictated an entire meta.
I disagree with that. I feel other.
You know who?
I feel people just didn't put enough thought process into other characters.
And thank you for saying that, because that's what I was saying about going against Bayonetta before the nerf.
Now you can't say that because.
Yes,
Meta
I
Knight
can,
had-
because
Meta
you
Knight had
can
no
say
zero
that.
death. Meta Knight had no 0 deaths in that game.
Meta Knight dictated an entire game and can hit you out of almost everything. He had advantages on everything.
Yeah, so did Bayonetta. She could 0 death everybody.
Guess what? That doesn't mean she has an advantages over every attack. You could still beat her out. This isn't her hitting you out of an attack that you have the advantage over. Like, Bayonetta only had the 0 to death. After that, she had nothing.
Which time? Broken aerials?
Broken aerials, when you say broken aerials, what are you talking about? Her aerials didn't even matter.
Her back air was pretty strong, and her neutral air, despite people saying it was bad, I think was amazing.
Guess what? Her neutral air was bad, and her only good air attack was her back air. You want to talk about her frames? She has the worst frames in the game. Her rolls suck. No, her dodging always sucked, and her frames were always bad.
No, they were actually pretty average at the first update. After the first nerf, they did.
No, her frames were always bad.
No. At the original Bayonetta release, she was actually pretty average. Then people complained that she was too quick, so they made her lag and have a bit more frames on that, which time, and I think a couple of her down smashes, not all 4 of them.
Speaking of her smash attacks, all of her smash attacks suck. Her smash attacks have no priority.
Her down smash is pretty good just for the fact it spiked, but even then, down air can do just the job just as well.
And none of her smash attacks had high priority. You could beat out her smash attacks with her jab from Cloud.
No, you couldn't.
Yes, you could.
No.
Yes. Her smash attacks all have very low priority.
A jab?
I'm pretty sure of it.
I find that hard to believe. I mean, you could be right, but holy crap, Nintendo, if that was true. That was... Oh, man.
Like, Bayonetta only had one thing. When you looked more in depth into the character, you start to realize, oh gosh, if I don't hit this, I'm the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, but it wasn't hard to hit either.
You could still get out of it, though.
No, you couldn't.
And you have to, and that's the thing, you have to get hit by it. If you're expecting it, you're not going to get hit by it.
Her hitboxes were a bit broken. Like, you could be a full character length away doing one of your side Bs, and all of a sudden, you hit them, and the combo starts. I don't think that they should have done completely to her as bad as they did in the nerf, but something was needed.
I still say nothing was needed. People just needed to learn to play better.
Okay, little Mac player. I just find, like, I don't know, there's a lot of stuff I disagree with in Smash 4. Like, I play it on occasion. Every time I pick it up, it's just like, it feels bad. It really feels bad to play to me. It's just like, why is all this crap happening?
And that's coming from a melee player.
No. My first Smash game was 64, and then I played Brawl. Then I played Smash 4. Then I played PM. Then I played Melee. Melee was the last game I picked up, and I'll be honest, I probably stuck at it. I probably do.
We can at least agree that Project M is the best.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Project M is the best.
It's definitely the funnest to play. I don't know that it works as well competitively due to the fact that everybody's broken. Ish. That's how I actually view what a fighting game should be. Everyone be broken and just do really. That's what Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is. Huh.
Like, have you ever looked at Marvel vs. Capcom or Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3?
I have.
Every character can do something very broken, and it's the greatest thing ever.
What comes to my mind is when you mention that for a fighting game. I mean, what comes to my mind is The Incredibles, where that guy's like, when everybody's super, no one will be, and that's my negative mentality towards PM. I love PM, but at the same time, when everybody has that great quirk, it just becomes who has the better quirk in that matchup.
It becomes who's the better at handling their situation and knowing what they're doing. It becomes based on skill.
No, I think it becomes based on matchup.
And with that, we will create our outer heaven. That's what's said by Big Boss. Because I was that's another game I have yet to beat. Freaking Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain.
Well, it's a long game, man.
It is. I'm like 27% complete with it.
But it's so good, though, is it not?
Except for the ending. Then again, that was just because the
story.
No, that's because of Konami being douches.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But as far as that goes, Metal Gear Solid 5 has such good gameplay. It's so fun.
It does.
It's so
also, I have the rocket punch, by the way, and it's the greatest thing ever.
Good. Do you use that all the time?
Yes. If I have a chance to use it, I will be like, time to bust out the rocket fist. Rocket punch!
I'm in full alert mode. There's like 20 people around me. Rocket to punch!
Rocket to punch!
It is that moment.
I love the Japanese version of that, because in the English version, he just says rocket punch, but in the Japanese version, he goes, rocket to punch! And then a freaking fist just flies out. I love that. The only problem about the rocket punch is that it doesn't knock out as long as almost everything else you can do. Like its knockout limit is very small.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Well, to be honest, it does fly pretty slow unless you're going straight forward. It's kind of like hover.
Unless you boost it up all the way to max speed where you can't control it.
Yeah. So if you just kind of got nudged in the head, I wonder if it changes based off how hard you hit with it.
It might be.
But yeah, if you barely nudge somebody in the head, it shouldn't knock them out for long. I don't feel like.
I also got the legendary gunsmith, so I'm able to customize my guns, and I finally have my silenced trank rifle.
But you don't need that when you have quiet.
That's the reason why I also have quiet with a trank rifle as well.
Double trank.
Because I finished leveling up D-Dog.
Yeah, D-Dog's not hard to level up. You just kind of have him around.
Same thing with D-Horse.
Yeah, now D-Horse, so like, this is something I never understood. It's like, you know how you can like level up your characters and they get new abilities as they level up?
In quotes.
Yeah. The horse, D-Horse, gains the ability to crap.
On command.
And I've never understood the point of that.
I have never found the point to use it either. Mainly because all I use D-Horse for is just to get me into a compound and just be like, okay, I'm gonna stealthy stealth this game.
You know it can knock people out though?
Yeah. I just never found the point to use it.
It's like, oh, I'm gonna ride my horse over next to this wall and knock on it. The guard comes around the corner, he's gonna step in the poop and get KO. I mean, I've never understood that.
Slash.
The hash flinging, the sash cringing, the hash slinging slasher. Also, I felt really bad when I did this overlay because the Zeb Striker completely turned me OCD. And it just aggravated me that one top right corner is black.
And in the top right corner, there was nothing. There was but the void. The void!
Because I'll be honest, when I was doing this, I thought I still had Elisa under it. But apparently she wasn't in that corner anymore.
Freaking X-Dev. I always forget that X-Def's not actually that human-looking dude. He's actually a tree.
A tree?
Yeah, he's a tree! In the void! He puts on the... Yeah! He becomes a tree at the end of whatever Final Fantasy that is, and you fight him while he's a tree. He becomes Neo X-Def.
He becomes Wispy Woods. Oh gosh. And the void is inside Kirby.
That's what I was gonna say. If Kirby beats Neo X-Def, what power does he get? And he gets the power of the void. We're all doomed. And you know what I'm reminded of now? I'm reminded of Majin Buu versus Kirby in Death Battle.
Oh my lord, that was interesting.
Was I the only one who was not angry with that outcome?
I was completely happy with it.
It was... Kirby's just like, I'm gonna gain this power and just be like, boom, I'm the greatest thing ever, you can't touch me. And I was just like, you know what? If Kirby had no limits on him, that's probably what he'd do, and we'd all probably be dead.
We would be.
Just...
Also, just to put a note out, that battle was one of the easiest gym battles I've ever had. And it was a complete counter to my build.
I'd say Elisa, I would say, is the stopgap for gym leaders, because she actually is kind of difficult. She throws out two Emolgas, which have no weaknesses, and then she throws out a Zebstrika, which can be a pain.
Yeah, but I found that battle completely easy.
That's because you were tanking it.
Yeah, I was tanking it.
You had a set strategy of what you were going to do.
I have a set strategy for every gym. I play the same, man. I get Leech Seed out,
You tank.
I build defense, and then I attack. If my starter dies, I throw out a weaker one, use a revive, and then I bring him back out. It's like that exact strategy
that would never fail.
Anyway,
and then when it fails, I make fun of you.
That is true. But anyways, thank you for joining us, and we just took care of Elisa. She is our third gym leader, I think. Join us next time.
I want to say she's the fourth.
Fourth. Oh, we're halfway there then. Join us as we embark on our second half of our journey next time.
In episode 20.